Hello there, kings, queens, everything in between. Today I'm going to rank my top 5 characters in Borderlands. The rules for this are no vault hunters, and I'll be judging by in-depth characters, consistencies, growth, vibe, and how well written they are. Let's begin.
CL4PTP.
I've got an opportunity.
Want to break some stuff? That's what I'm talking about.
Starting at number 5 is Hammerlock and Wainwright. I will be judging them as a pair because between a cyborg and an old-school shotgun-slinging coot, these gentlemen have been thoroughly written and show so much growth, especially Hammerlock. They brought a great vibe, and together they are a hilarious and solid unit. Hammerlock, the man who saved Claptrap, hunts down deadly creatures, grows and develops feelings for Wainwright, and he becomes a very interesting character. Paired with Wainwright, they are both at their strongest. Hammerlock is the caring thrill-seeker, whereas Wainwright is the hot-headed hero, and together in the second DLC of Borderlands 3,
what Alistair's trying to spit out is that we're getting married.
it was subtle and was actually really well done. I was really looking forward to hearing the hilarious conversations between these two and the insults Wainwright throws. The depth and consistency of these two are really, really deep, and I genuinely am surprised. Number 4. We have someone who I personally dislike, but for lore reasons, I gotta give it to Mad Moxie. She's a very interesting character with some of the funniest and strongest weapons in the game. Her lore goes deep, from beginning as a ho-dunk to a barmaid. Her character is very deeply tied to the story. Her consistency is solid, and she brings a fun vibe to the game that I don't think I could live without. That being said, someone who doesn't like the big-breasted juggalette, she's genuinely well written, and I have to place her at number 4. Number 3 is Balloon Tit's son, Scooter. This amazing, heroic hillbilly mechanic holds a special place in my heart. He's one of the main voices and icons in the Borderlands franchise. Can I speak? Franchise. He risks his life to save people and help his friends. He has so much riz that most quests he has is about getting women and getting back with his exes, and it almost always ends with his women cooking toast in a bathtub. Scooter sadly passed away and died saving his friends. This character touched my heart and many others, and may Scooter rest in peace because there's no rest for the wicked. Number 2 was a very difficult choice for me to place, but for me, I have to place
Claptrap.
the sweet, kind-hearted companion. He is the heart and soul of this game. He's always a punching bag, and this character is criminally underrated. Through the games, you realize this robot who always introduces you to the game and the world, he changes. At the end of the day, he still gets blamed and yelled at, even though his whole line of robots died, his friends died. He always wants to help open doors, and even in the hardest moments, he always brings a good vibe and smiles through the pain. Claptrap was almost number 1, but even though he is underrated, he definitely deserves to be on everyone's top 5 list. At least he is in mine, and Claptrap deserves to be acknowledged for what he brings to the series as a whole. Before I get to number 1, I have some honorable mentions. Number 1 is Tina. She is really good, don't get me wrong, but as a sole character, I enjoy her as much as other people. Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel used her just right, but after Wonderlands I realized that she can't carry a whole game on her own. She is awesome, but it kind of tainted my experience with her a little bit. That's why she's not my number 1. Number 2...
Ring! You don't want to hear about that, Vault Hunter! You want to hear about loot and packs and explosions!
...is Torg, the funny, loud, respectful character. He has not much growth, and he's not that in-depth to make the list, but I still love me some Torg, because he has his priorities straight.
I'm Torg, and I'm here to ask you one question, and one question only.
Now, number 1 is, surprise to not many, Jack. Father, hero, villain, Jack. The best character. He's funny, emotional, multi-layered, consistent, and in-depth. He's morally gray. I believe he is the true hero. I agree with his ideologies, but I will make people mad by saying that. Jack was the whole package. I've never had any problem with him. He slowly becomes more evil, and with his charming facade, he always brings me back. His lines are heavily quoted and never gets old. His story will always bring up a discussion, and I love that. It is genuinely great. Of course, these are my opinions. I'd love to hear your top 5 in the comments. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
See you again.